Fast 29 Network, proud to present the United States Online Racing League Grand National Lights Division from Talladega. It's the Talladega 210. And you're tuned in to the Fast 29 Countdown to Green, presented by Cure SMA. Chris Pickett here alongside my boys. We are back. It's Jamie and Dale. How you guys doing tonight? Either one of you can say something first. I don't care.
Long break. Good to be back.
Yes. It's been months since we've been on track with these guys, but we're looking forward to getting out here tonight. We're at Talladega, Jamie, so what's the first thing that's on your mind when it comes to Talladega?
Chris, you know, there's a lot of things that are on my mind every time we go to a racetrack, but there's one question, one burning question I have, I know all the fans have, and all these drivers have, and Chris, where is the start-finish line?
Well, I have a little handy-dandy little overlay that shows me this. Right here, the start-finish line is not in the tri-oval, ladies and gentlemen. It is past it. We just want to reiterate that every time we come here, just like everybody else does. Plus, we're trying to fill time during qualifying. So, there you go.
Chris, I'm glad I asked, and I hope these drivers were told that in their driver's meeting. That's very valuable information.
You saw Cam Barnes cross the start-finish line. It's right there. Not in the trial.
More questions.
You have more questions, Dale?
No, you're asking the important questions. Where's the start-finish line?
Oh, okay. So that's the only question we have tonight. That's good. We're already on a roll. 2.66 mile track at Talladega, 33 degrees in the turns, 18 degrees in the tri-oval. Obviously, we're going to have an updated amount of laps down here because we're in qualifying right now. 79 laps makes the 210-mile distance here at Talladega tonight. Take a look at the weather tonight. 82 degrees, track temperature blazing hot at 122, but beautiful weather. Northeast wind about 9 miles an hour. Looking forward to some good racing here tonight at Talladega. So, Dale, what's your strategy when you come to Talladega? Obviously, the biggest one is missing the big one, but how do you feel about your pit strategy here when you come here?
I mean, yeah, the race strategy doesn't really matter much. Either you want to either be straight in the front or in the back. You don't want to be in the middle. That's the danger zone when it comes to the racing here. I mean, using your tires. You know, you got 4 sets, 3 to 4 sets up here. You know, obviously with how Talladega is about plate racing is, you're gonna get a couple cautions. You know, during green flag session, so you don't have to worry about that is iRacing when you should pit, when you should not pit. But if you do pit, you always want to pit with a group. You don't want to be the only car who stays out too long or goes in too early and is stuck off pace with nobody to work with.
And you did mention the change of the tires. There are 3 changes of tires for these guys tonight. Fixed setup, obviously, with Talladega. These are the Class B oval cars, so this is your O'Reilly Auto Parts Series cars that they're going to be racing tonight. No fast repairs, so if you wreck it, sorry about your luck. Fuel levels at 100%, and there will be 3 attempts at overtime if they are needed, which, knowing these guys, definite possibility. While they're finishing up a qualifying, we'll take a look real quick at the standings after Dover. They raced at Dover last week. Tom Bourne has a 22-point lead over Matt Muir. Matt Muir actually moved up to 2nd. Dallas wasn't there last week, so he falls back to 3rd. Ricky Coletti, Noah Joyce, Matthew Rodriguez, and Bronson Stafford, they're all tied for 5th right there with 174 points. And you look back through the rest of the top 20. Still anybody's championship to win right now if you're within basically about the top 5. Well, basically from about here on up, you've pretty much got a chance here with just I think there's 3 races left after tonight. Qualifying is just about over with. We'll take a quick look at... well, we were looking at it. We just changed the warm-up. There we go. So we'll have the starting grid here momentarily for you guys. But look like Matt, I think it was Stafford got the pole, I believe. Bronson Stafford in the 61 with the pole tonight. Take a look at some of these paint schemes that you'll see tonight. There's Garrett Sidnor out there at the moment. Greg Biffle tribute scheme there. Complete with the number 16. There's a group coming out with a little bit of a pit party here. You got Matthew Rodriguez in the 01, the 72 of Matt Muir. I think it's I think that's. Oh, I couldn't tell who that was actually. Who was? Could you tell who that car was? Oh, the 60 car. I couldn't. It was Joey Chapman there. I couldn't see the number. There's Tom Bourne, the point leader in the 50, just behind in another tribute car. I believe that was the car he won in at Daytona in the last broadcast we had.
Oh wow.
Matthew, what are you doing?
That 50 subway car is gonna throw me for a loop. I know that 50 subway car very well here at Talladega, and that's not the driver that's always been in it.
That would be the driver of the 43 tonight?
No, that'd be the driver of the 16, Garrett Sidnor, when he ran the 50.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking John Peterson because of the incident. We don't talk about the incident.
That thing that happened?
Yeah.
You gotta be more specific, Chris. It's John
I
and
know.
an incident.
I know. We do have some great onboard cameras here for you tonight. We got the roof cam. It's back. Depending on who we're on, you'll see driver cam. It's on the A post of Garrett Sidnor, looking back at him. We have the back window. And for those of you that have paid for the HBO Max feeds and the NASCAR feeds for the dash cam, there it is. We got them all covered.
Cash that check, spent it, you know?
Well, not all of them, Chris. I think we're still missing one important camera here at Talladega.
Which one is that?
That's our good friend Digger.
We will never have a Digger camera. I know you've been pushing for that. Oh, trouble!
Oh.
Garrett Sidnor, as you said, not Tom Bourne.
Nope.
Tom Bourne, Matt Muir, and I think that was. I couldn't tell who that was. That Ricky? Oh, Ricky's just spinning donuts. That's not Ricky. I honestly don't know who that was. Stafford's got some damage there in the 61. Also got some new updates that'll pop up down here every so often. You'll see a box down there indicating several pieces of data that might come in. So we have information for disqualifications. Obviously, Garrett Sidnor's in the pits, so there's one for you. So if your driver comes into the pits like these two are right here, under race conditions, you'll see the ticker at the bottom of the screen pop up showing their times and how long they were on pit lane.
Technology.
We're advancing, man. We got some cool stuff tonight. And more stuff as we go on.
New year, new broadcast. That's the motto.
Always having fun. Also got the top ticker there, so that way we can. I was looking for this. I want to know how much time we have left. So we got about a minute left in the warm-up period here. Get everybody's last-minute checks, figure out where they're at on pit road. There's your buddy John. Mobile One Machine, the 43.
Always good to see that 43 car out here.
Let's see what his driver cam looks like. Oh yes, Garfield in the house, baby.
Garfield can, baby. Back.
And I don't know what he put down here.
I love it.
Yeah.
Everybody should be a respecter of John.
Truth. And we don't have any Fords out there on the track right now, or I'd show you what they look like in the driver camera. Unfortunately, I think this... Oh, there it is. It's the Chevy. So this is the Chevy view of the driver. This is Mikey Murata in the 44. The only thing he messed up on this scheme tonight is he didn't paint a new driver suit.
Budgetary restrictions, you know.
All right, warm-up session is finishing up here. We'll get them on the grid here shortly. We'll have the starting grid here for you momentarily. And just as we called it, there we go. Oh, they're actually gridding on the track. That's different. There they are.
They're getting one last good look at the location of the start-finish line.
They are staring right at it. There it is. Right. Here you go, Jamie. It's right there. That's the timing line. You see how it's skewed?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Doesn't
that
it?
explains so many things.
Explains so much.
If it's black and yellow, you can't miss it at all.
Well, if you came for a professionally polished broadcast here, folks, you're probably not going to get that, but we're here to have fun. Looking forward to seeing what these guys can do in these O'Reilly machines. A few more. Actually, we're waiting on the 01 and Matthew Rodriguez, who should be popping up right here at any second.
He's probably asking his pit crew to push him just a little bit harder to get out.
Oh, he's on the pit lane. He's got to start from there. So here we go. The starting grid presenting by Johns Peterson and Jamie Zalecki Company. Bronson Stafford and Darren Ingram on the front row. Matthew Rodriguez, Joseph Weaver in row 2. Row 3, Davey Hazard and Ricky Coletti. Starting in row 4, Zach Krastowski and Mikey Murata. Joey Chapman and Cam Barnes occupy row 5. Row 6 is Dallas Freya and Matt Muir. Noah Joyce and Austin Spencer, row 7. Row 8 belongs to Tyler Rush and DJ Harris. Antonio Ruiz and Luke Smith, row 9. Row 10, the point leader, Tom Bourne, way back there along with Garrett Sidnor. The two Greg Biffle machines starting side by side. And John Peterson is the back marker in this field tonight.
Only temporarily. John will find his way up to the top 5. He always does.
Glad to have you with us, folks. If you haven't already, be sure to click like, click subscribe, and get notified for when we go live later on. We've got a lot of racing coming up here for you on Fast 29 on Tuesdays and Thursdays coming up in the month of April as we get things going. We'll be showing you that schedule here in a little while. But we will be broadcasting the USORL Truck Series when they get going in April. And then I'll have my point of view stuff as we finish up this series and the Street Stock Series over the course of the next 2 weeks. But tonight, it's game on at Talladega, guys. What are your last minute thoughts, Jamie?
Go fast, turn left, don't crash.
Love it. Dale, what you got?
It's Dega, baby.
That's it. Here we go. Stafford bringing him down into the tri-oval. Looking for the green to come out. I don't know why we're seeing the grid again. I guess they took too long to come around, but here we go.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. We're racing at Talladega. Outside line gets a little bit of a better push into turn 1. Inside line wasn't really together there on that start, so Ingram drops down to from the outside to the bottom. He takes the lead off turn 2.
Drag right in the back of the field already, a lap down.
Yeah, the 01 of Matthew Rodriguez did not take the green on track, so he is a lap down. He started in the pits. I actually don't know if he's even on track right now. I'm showing on the telemetry. I don't believe he's out there at the moment. As Stafford trying to figure out a way around Ingram, he hops in front of Weaver. There's the other ghost car down there, Davey Hazard on the bottom there. Still need to talk to him about why I don't have his car file, but we'll figure that out later.
And the bottom line is really linked up right now compared to that top side. You know, they're trying to form multiple lines, kind of cars, not maintaining a consistent line.
He briefly saw 3 wide back there with the 44 of Murata run on the outside. He always likes to do that. See if there's anybody that'll go with him on the outside early, but not that time. He slipped back.
Yeah, our other driver here that likes the outside line. I talked about him a whole bunch at Daytona. That's that 31 car of Noah Joyce. He started on the inside. Looks like he's still trapped down there. I don't know if he wants to be down there or if he'd rather be up high, but look for him to move to the outside later on in this race.
Here is Noah Joyce. You're on board him. Telemetry from Noah Joyce.
I don't think
Max
that.
turn left.
There he goes, up to the outside, just you called.
Thank you, Noah, making me look like a genius.
Put money on that in Paulie now.
Oh, a little contact there between Murata and Spencer. That was close back there down the backstretch.
Had a car on the outside looking like it was 3 wide. I don't think anybody's really going to try to do that 3 wide move until the race. Where, tire tends to pick up a little bit of tire wear. Right now it's just 2 by 2.
Weaver, he leads this lap. Had a big push around the outsides. Got Coletti, got Barnes up there. Matt Muir's out there in the quick trip machine. Apparently, you guys are a little quiet tonight. I'm going to turn you guys up. That's kind of odd, but there you go. We're going to turn you guys up. Yeah, please let us know if you... We've got a few new gizmos in the studio, too, as far as audio goes, so that's one thing we did not get a chance to really tweak, so hopefully that'll help us there.
Can you hear me now?
Verizon, can you hear me now?
We're waiting for Amy's response. We'll see what happens there.
That bottom line is just falling off a cliff completely. Joyce back there almost, 22, 0.2 seconds behind everybody back there, sitting in 5th.
He dropped down there on the bottom, trying to lead that line. He did jump back up to the outside. I missed it. He's right there. There he is.
Yep.
Cam Barnes taking a look underneath Coletti into the tri-ovals. Got Mir coming with him.
Trying to ride the Dente all the way to the lead there.
Got that run.
He had him run, but the outside line's going to try and get some energy back going. But here comes the inside line, too, with Smith down on the bottom. We'll turn down the iRacing audio, see if that helps a little bit. Apparently, you couldn't be heard when we went on board, so that's what happened there.
That's okay, Amy. I'm always unintelligible, so no big loss.
Truth. Just trying to get it balanced out, everybody.
Just imagine it was a Taylor Swift pun or something, and, it's like the same thing.
We're just going to shake that off. Okay,
Wow.
As Barnes comes to the inside, I finally got one in. Yay!
Let the record reflect.
Chris used a Taylor Swift reference. And
what a glorious day.
And things just froze way down below us. Hopefully the stream doesn't freeze, but I think you all know what I mean.
Hey, don't do that.
The Ride the Dente machine pulls out in front.
Might shake that off as well.
Truth. Matt Muir moving up to second. Got Luke Smith pushing him on the bottom. Look at these guys. All 3 of these guys started outside the top 10. Look at that. And they've already worked their way up front. Here comes Muir to the outside. He wants to lead down to turn 3.
Major moves and shaking right now.
I am here for it.
It's like we have not Jarrett Sidnor up in the wall on the entry of turn 3 there. Maybe just a Darlington stripe.
Darlington was 2 weeks ago. I think. Maybe 3. I was in that race too, and it was not fun.
Hey, at least it wasn't a full distance Darlington.
Ooh.
No, the distance we ran was long enough.
That's what she said.
Truth. Got a blinker back there. I think it was Joey Chapman in the 60. Give a shout out to this car right here. That yellow car down there, beautiful looking ride. That's DJ Harris. Oh no, there's another car in between them. It just popped back in. That's DJ Harris back there in the 11. You're on board him. Little tribute scheme to Jimmy Johnson's Daytona yellow machine there.
I'm loving how the guys running in the top 3 all started outside the top 10. Luke Smith it has gained 14 spots so far. Matt Muir with 9. Cam Barnes with 8 spots as well.
See, Matt, he's on the outside there. Started 12th, like you said, moved up 10 spots already.
Right now, this race is not about where you started, but how you can work with, who you can make moves. You see a lot of these guys up front, Weaver, Barnes, Mir, they're all working together. They all made moves together to make their way up the field as well.
Great shot from the blimp here as they come off turn 4 heading in the tri-oval. Three wide back mid-pack. Austin Spencer in the middle there. Got Tillamook Ford. Harris trying to come up there through the middle with him. Points leader Barnes on the, or excuse me, Bourne on the outside. You're gonna make me do that all night now. Bourne on the outside. He drops back in line on the outside lane.
Yeah, it looks like Bourne there found the blank space and was able to fall back in line. Thank you, Amy. And there you go, Chris. I just got 2 references in at once.
There will be availability in the booth for the next broadcast, so...
Yeah, I might get Austin Cindric and sent down to the pit lane.
That is the plan.
As long as you don't get Alex Bowman, you're fine.
Aw.
He's dizzy enough.
It's like that low side getting another run together. 2 back. Can he get side by side with Barnes? With Weaver and Barnes? Yes, he does.
Never really seen a dominant line on either one of them because they keep on jostling for position so much they can't really get a lane going. But now the outside line gets a good push down to turn 3, and Mir clears the bottom, so does Weaver. We'll see if they stay up top or if they decide to drop down.
Well, looks like we got another blinker there in the 11 car of DJ Harris. Maybe that's why our points leader Bourne keeps going up high to make it 3 wide.
Definite possibility there.
I'll tell you from experience, Chris and Dale, you do not want to be pushing a car that's blinking. It is absolutely terrifying.
Not fun at all.
You got to get over the mic and tell that car get to the back of the field.
The speed pass is back, folks. As we take a look at the telemetry on board Cam Barnes. He's trying to get a little push here, push up to 190. Tops out at 190 going into 3.
Yeah, that bottom side does not have the numbers at the moment to get those pushes they were getting before. Because like you said, everybody keeps jostling back and forth, swapping lines. There's no real consistent line happening right now.
And Cam got a little squirrely there in the tri-oval. Remember, the inside line at Talladega through the tri-oval was just a shade less banking down there. Does upset the car if you kind of come over that white dotted line that's on the bottom of the track. I think that's what Cam did. He kind of crossed that a little bit and just about got crossed up.
Yeah, for sure, Chris. That's a low line there. It's definitely a little scary. He's not racing tonight, and we don't have him in the booth or on pit lane, but Zach Webster could tell us all about that low line through the tri-oval there.
Indeed. I got taken out in that wreck, too. Anyway.
One bad bump just destabilizes your car completely.
This is what everybody in those stands came to see. Side-by-side action all through the pack. Oh, Spencer thought about going in the middle there. Decided against it.
Luke Smith right there in 6th place, making his way up the field as well. A couple 11 spots. Oh, Is that subliminal messaging from the Cardinals I see on the broadcast? For shame.
It is a shame.
For shame.
Hey, you know what? They won today, and I'm happy. The kids look good today. Very happy.
I'm already mentally prepared for a Marlins loss against the Rockies tomorrow.
That's one thing, if you guys haven't noticed, we do have, for those of you that are trying to watch for NHL scores or the March Madness going on right now, we do have a little ticker up here in the top, so you guys can see that. Now, we don't want you to run off and hide if you see your team doing well or something, but feel free to switch over and then switch back. Or have 2 screens up. Or, like me, 5.
I was going to say, maybe you have 5 screens up.
Yeah, we have 5 screens up.
Why stop there?
Oh, I'm working on it.
I paid millions for this RAM, I'm gonna use it.
Exactly. I don't see the problem.
And trust me, if there was a problem on 5 screens, you could see it.
Knowing me, no.
Also true.
Oh, Joey Chapman blinked again in the middle of that. Made Bourne have to back out. Harris right there. Bourne's not in a very good spot there. He's got 2 of them that have been blinking right around him there on that outside lane.
That's really frustrating to be in a spot.
Right on board with Chapman. Back at Bourne. That's Tyler Rush in the 27 on the bottom. And we lost him. Just like that. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
That is so unnerving when that happens. Not just for the guys around you, but yourself, because you don't know where you end up. That's something you don't want to have here. Go ahead, Dale. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say the safest spot to be if if people are letting you know you're blinking is either in the back of the field or the low line in the back, so you can hit the apron.
No way. I want to be on the high line, about 5th in line. Cause the absolute most chaos you can.
Just cause a big one. Get it out of the way early.
That's right. And hey, if they wreck from you blinking and you survive, that's just less competition.
Sinister words from Jamie Zalecki. I love it.
Hey, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. We're gonna see how it plays out.
just blame that code, you know?
Love it.
Jordan Peterson with the fastest lap of the race with a 50.9.
There he is back there. Mobile One machine. The Garfield ride.
Yeah.
There he is.
Garfield cam.
We're in 17th right now.
I think old John Garfield is just hanging out there in the back waiting on the lasagna to be perfectly baked, and then he'll make his way up to the front.
There's a joke there about being baked, but I'm going to hold off. This is a kid-friendly show.
It's a family show.
But some of us are in Michigan.
And I border Illinois. Your point? I border Michigan, too, now think about it.
Well, in a way, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hike.
Saw off in the distance there, Matthew Rodriguez. They're going to come up and lap him probably in about 3 laps or so. He was going off into turn 3, so he finally did make it on the track. Looks like they did give him his lap back.
Alabama. Ooh, another blinker. Ooh.
Turn off your blinkers, guys. Jeez.
That is not fun at all.
While we're turning things off, we should turn off the wind and see if that helps anything.
Well, let's have a quick weather check here, because nope, they're not turning it off yet. Northeast is 7. The track temperature, though, has cooled off significantly from practice. Remember, it was 122. It's down to 113 now.
Mm-hmm.
We did start this race at 3 o'clock, and they are doing double time on it, so the track should start to cool off, especially down in 3 and 4 as the sun sets.
Double time, and we started at 3 o'clock. Chris, does this track have lights?
What's hilarious
Yeah,
is
baby.
I accidentally ran a race here by accident with 8X starting it at 4. It does not have lights. Can confirm. That was the most nerve-wracking race I've ever done against the AI. I couldn't see a thing. It was pure carnage. Caused by me.
So it was
Prayers.
Yeah, normal Talladega.
Pretty much. It's like Ray Charles out there.
Looks like that top line is slowly pulling away from the bottom line. These 4 or 5 cars up there working together, pulling away.
3 wide for about 5th back there. Ingram in the middle.
That's Chapman and Smith right there trying to make a 3rd line.
Oh, got a blinker on the outside there. I think that's Chapman again. That's such a distraction. Oh my gosh.
Noah Joyce making a move to the low line. He wants to go further forward than he is.
Oh, we're getting racy now. 3 by 3. Look at this middle lane starting to form up behind Coletti.
This is why I love Talladega. Because the width of the track, it's so much easier to get these 3 wide runs. Where at Daytona, it's kind of a little bit of trepidation, you know. You get a good run on the outside in that 3rd line, you can make some serious moves.
Or you can be like the pole sitter and just get out of line right out here and just fall straight to the back. Ooh, that outside line got a little squirrely there. Coletti got bumped a little bit by Ingram. Still a little early, guys, for that kind of action. This race is going by fairly fast, and for me having to get up very early tomorrow morning, I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. Now you've done it.
I know. I'm waiting for somebody to find a left rear quarter panel. Which I thought was going to happen right here.
Right there, yeah.
You were looking at it too.
That was not safe.
There you see. Oop. Well, he was up there. Matthew Rodriguez down the backstretch. There he is, starting to catch him. So, thankfully, they got it back down to 2 wide before they get there. Oh, thanks, Ricky, for trying to make it 3 when I said that, but that's okay. Tide Ride trying to come make a 3rd lane on the outside there around Smith.
Right now, the track is turning into a 2-2
Oh,
train. All these guys
boy!
on the bottom line.
Ricky tried to drop down in front of Garrett and just about. That was
Really had it. It was close.
That was a little too close. Whew.
We see these guys fighting for the low line here. I have to wonder, are we getting close to green flag pit stops and everybody wants to get down there?
That inside line has got a lot of people down there, but I haven't seen anybody pop on the radio yet.
I'm guessing probably they'll be pitting around lap 30.
Well, I think they were trying to get around
31.
Rodriguez, too. You saw him down there. They're all kind of moving down the track to get around him. He'll finally be in the draft. Finally, he's been running about 2 seconds off the pace compared to everybody else.
Now you can see if they drop in front of that top line, you know.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton, but I would love to see it play out.
Yeah.
Well, he does have on the back bumper push me harder, so that could have happened.
It would fit.
It does. See if he falls in behind Bourne there. Nope, he's gonna let Chapman go too.
Does he catch that end of the line? Looks like he did.
Inside line very tightly bunched now on the bottom. Outside line, nothing right now. Just a couple cars and then a big gap back to DJ.
I mean, this race, the way it's going so far in most, plate track racing is not the driver who starts up front, not the driver who leads the most laps. It's usually the person that comes in at the 11th hour, those last 3 or so laps, that can snatch victory from the jaws of defeat.
He said defeat.
Oh, I was focused on jaws.
I was thinking about D-hands, defeat, D-head.
These nuts.
Oh,
Hey,
Wow. We went there a little early.
That leads into our Fast 29. Scott Pruitt, hi to my family at home. Shout out of the race. Tonight, Sean English. You know him? He also goes by Sean English. And he was always sponsored by who, Chris? D's Nuts.
Truth.
His name is Sean and his last name English. That's what we call him, Sean English.
Thanks for that, Dale. Brilliant commentary, Cotton. Top three starting to break away a little bit. Barnes trying to get up on Joyce there to make it a 4-car breakaway a little bit, but Smith's still hanging tough on the outside. But now he's got him cleared. Ride the Dente.
That trio of Matt, Weaver, Joyce, controlling the front the whole race right now.
And surprising because that's 3 different manufacturers there too, all working together. You got a Toyota leading, you got a Ford in second, you got a Chevy in third.
Yep.
Well,
That's
Chris,
something you
I got
don't
two
see
things
every
to say
time.
about that.
What do you got to say about that?
They got the BOP right, and also them Yoders are clearly cheating.
Cheating Yoders.
Goodness. Here's a look at the Toyotas in the field. Speaking of, there they are. We had to show this earlier. This is the full field for you. 11 Toyotas, 4 Fords, 6 Chevrolets in the field. And you can see 1, 2, 3 right there at the front.
I mean, I don't expect manufacturer alliances to play a big factor in this race that much.
We haven't seen it so far. I haven't even really seen team alliances, really. Everybody just kind of going on their own, which I love it. More of it.
Hey, that's the thing with Talladega. You know, it's Talladega, Daytona, Atlanta now. It's one of those things where you kind of can't work with your teammate all the time. You got to find somebody else you can work with.
And a lot of these guys have been racing together for so long that even if they're not teammates, you kind of know who your dancing partner is, and you know who you don't want your dancing partner to be. So, you know, maybe it's not your teammate, and that's okay. At the end of the day,
look at this outside line, Jamie. I'm sorry. Luke Smith and Austin Spencer with a huge push into turn 1, and they're out front. You're hopping up high, trying to get a push from Tom Bourne. Look at Bourne out of nowhere. He's up into 7th. Big shuffle up front. Here comes Chapman to 3rd. Dallas Freya there on the outside as well, in the 95. The Daytona winner. Lightning McQueen. I should just call him that. That'd be a lot easier than trying to pronounce that last name every time we try and do this.
All right, Dale, we're at lap 30. What do you think? Are we coming in for fuel here soon? You taking tires? What's going on?
I'd probably just take fuel right now. You know, there's probably I'm guessing maybe this is most likely the fuel window they're all looking at. You know, cars right now contemplating on pitting in right now.
Look at that push.
Yep.
Incredible. And you saw down in the bottom, we've had another lead change. Joey Chapman out front now. He's got a push from Dallas on the outside. Mirrors out there. Clearly the outside lane is the place to make the pass. Haven't really seen too much on the inside. You kind of guard that bottom because you have the yellow line. Oh, contact Smith and Spencer. They hang on to it. That was a little more than necessary.
A little too close to comfort, you know.
Look who's also come back up here in the top 10. The 44, Mikey Murata's back there. Right there. The Napa machine.
Slow but steady, working his way back up front.
And see if anybody's diving off yet. Not yet.
Right now, it's looking like a bit of a game of cat and mouse.
Another shout out to a car we haven't mentioned all night, that 24, the orange and white car on the outside behind the Ghost Subway machine back there. That's Antonio Ruiz, excuse me, back there. He's fought his way into the top 10 here before pit stops. Oh, Chapman on the apron.
Let's see. Catches it back again.
That was close, and he's blinked out. Back in, Smith back to the front, Spencer with him. Dallas Freya there in the 95, trying to drop in behind him. He was probably hoping that Chapman blinked back out again so he could drop back down in line, but he's there. He only got 3 cars on the outside. You see the entire inside line. There's only 3 cars on the outside. Mir drops down. Now, what do you think, Jamie? You think we're getting close to that pit stop now with everybody going down there?
I think so, but I do wish we still had 5 or 6 cars on that outside line. When we were coming up to green flag pit stops, I was always up there on the outside. I always let that first group of cars go first, cause the chaos, call the caution, and I'd just cruise around, take a nice leisurely pit stop under yellow, no worries.
So it looks like the entire field's down there now, but nobody's pitting yet. But everybody's on the inside line. That's amazing.
The days of yore.
Yes. It's just crazy how we were 2 and 3 wide for forever, and then all of a sudden, they just want to ride a little bit now.
All right, Chris, I'm done riding. Let's do something. Let's make it 4 wide.
I don't know. There's so many gaps between these guys. I don't know if we can even make a run, to be honest with you right now. And I was hearing during practice that they were having some issues pulling up on each other a little bit. So not sure if that's what we're seeing right now or not. But you do see kind of a decent-sized air bubble between each car there. You kind of see it right there.
Everybody playing a little bit safe, all running a low line.
Noah Joyce way back there. He's left a pretty big gap to the car ahead of him.
Or if he's trying to get a run, but I don't know if you can even get a run.
Yeah, looks like we might have that beach ball effect here in the formerly known as Nope series.
Now it's the OW series. That was on key and nobody said a word. I'm very sad right now.
Please let you have it. Just, let the moment marinate a bit,
Well, since they're single file and just kind of riding right now, let's take a moment to show you the upcoming broadcasts that are coming up here on Fast 29 for you. Half and half, point of view and in the booth broadcast for you. The next 2 weeks are the finishing up of this series and the Tuesday night series that I've been running with these guys in the street stocks. Lime Rock next Tuesday, North Wilkesboro next Thursday for these guys. Then the following week is the final race for both of those series. The street stocks will be at USA, and the finale with this series at Charlotte on the 9th. And then we start. Got the truck series at Daytona on the 28th of April. We have a couple week break there. And then on Thursday night, I'll be racing the MX5 series from the Daytona Road Course. And then from there on, it's pedal to the metal every Tuesday night with the truck series and these guys in the booth. We do have 1 week off where I'm going to be out of town the week of I believe that's the 4th of May. So we'll be skipping that race, and then we'll be pedal to metal from the 12th on every Tuesday night. So looking forward to that. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, and get notified when we go live so you don't miss a second of this action. If we're not careful, Chapman's going to be missing this action as he keeps on blinking there off turn 2.
At this point, nothing you can do about it as long as it doesn't cause a major problem, Hey.
Looks like we may be having some takers on pit road here, potentially toward the back. Saw Hazard and Barnes pop up. We'll see if they decide to come in. Nope, they must have just been talking to each other. So we'll come back up front. Oh, Antonio I think he's just having fun.
Yeah, I think he's just out there taking a Joker lap through the tri-oval.
Yeah. I don't know, razzle dazzle in the race so far.
But you can see with these guys running single file, fastest laps are happening. Darren Ingram just turned a 50.81. He's back there on the outside lane. There he is. He had such a run, he had to take it somewhere. More radio traffic, see if they come in there. Here we go. First pit stops of the day for some of these guys.
That did not work out for Austin Spencer. He's kind of up there in no man's land with a 1 second gap to the car behind.
Luke Smith in. Joey Chapman, Bronson Stafford, Matt Muir, Tom Bourne in this lap.
It's like the 39 overshot his pit stall. Crew had to push him back.
Sure did. He's slow on the pit lane. You're right. Look at this gap that's happened here. Spencer out there kind of by himself. They're going to have a run on him, but obviously they're probably going to be pitting here shortly. You got Freya there. You got Ruiz, Collette, and Ingram lined up there. We'll see who makes the move this time by. Spencer in. Ruiz.
Who stays out?
Weaver in. So 3 cars this time in. Looks like the rest of them are probably going to dive in this time.
That group of Chapman, Meir, Smith, Bourne, Rodriguez, and Stafford exiting 4, heading to the tri-oval.
Team starting to back off a little bit here. Ricky backed off real early there. I wonder if he's out of gas. Look at Barnes down on the inside. He had to kind of go down there to miss Collette. I wonder if he's out of gas. That's still running. But he backed off dramatically there as the rest of the field, except for Hazard, Krastowski, and Sidnor are in. Right through Mears' pit crew. Mears had an issue. He's still in the pit lane. Early leader in trouble. The 72, he's off pit road now. He must have had a speeding penalty.
That 32 car is really slow. I think he might be out of gas.
Waited a little bit too late.
Ricky's in.
Yeah, probably did wait just a little too late to pit, but that lets these guys do this race on 1 fuel stop.
Here comes Hazard. Here comes Sidnor. And Zach Krastowski. Final 3 to pit. So here is Chapman, Smith, Stafford, Bourne, and Rodriguez. This was kind of the first group that pitted. They just overtook the Freya group.
Let's see how fast these 3 get out of pits. They're 18 seconds ahead of the next pack coming up.
There's Sidnor coming out. These guys still pitting here.
Beautifully timed pit stop by these 3. They should fall behind them now.
They just blew right by him there. And Chapman takes the lead. So we have this 5-car breakaway here. Then about 2 seconds back to this pack. This is Frias, Spencer, and Weaver. Hazard coming out of the pit lane there. He just pitted. Sidnor's back here. Here comes this pack with Ingram, Rush, Barnes. That's Harris and Murata as they work their way around Sidnor. But these guys have been hooked up for a while, and they're just pulling away right now.
Yeah. just taking their time, doing that gap slowly.
We'll see if they start closing the gap now as the packs behind them start to form up. You can see that gap is starting to close there. Freya right there in 5th. That's the gap you're looking at from here back. You can see they are starting to close the gap just a little bit. There they are. Spencer and Weaver. And because Joey is blinking, you'll see the pass for the lead come up and down every once in a while because he leaves and then comes back and he's in the lead.
What is it? Timing inconsistencies, timing errors.
There's Matt Muir. Unfortunately, he had that issue on the pit stop. That's the leader behind him getting ready to put him a lap down.
I think the leader here is just going to be happy to sit right behind that 72 car.
Well, he knows it's a fast car. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just ride right there.
Too. And these guys were our first stoppers, so maybe they need to save a little bit of fuel to make it to the end on that one stop.
We'll take a look at those pit stop stats for you. It looks like everybody did take 4 tires on the pit stop. And you see these guys out front that we've been watching, they pitted the earliest right there. It's been 6 laps for these guys. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I'm just content to just ride behind the 72, let him break the wind for him, and draft a little bit and just ride.
Yeah, no rush. He's technically a lap down.
But that pack behind him is coming. They're there. You also got the lap car behind them as well of Matthew Rodriguez there too.
It's about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds separate both packs.
I remember this pack here that just caught him was 2 seconds back. Now they're there. And then you've got this pack back here led by Rush. And they're closing the gap as well. They were about 6 seconds back. Now they're 3.5 and closing. Everybody's trying to close this gap back up after this pit stop sequence.
Rush now 3 seconds flat behind.
They close up 3/10 on the backstretch.
Numbers just taking down.
Yeah, that pack back there is a second faster than the leaders.
I don't think the leaders are really pushing at full throttle at the moment.
Oh no, they can't be. Oh, they're running 181 right now down the front stretch, and the pack behind them is running full speed like they were earlier that we were seeing the 190s. So they're going to be there in a hurry. And we'll take a look at the speed pass with Tyler Rush. It's coming off this corner. Check out the speed down the backstretch. Big push from Hazard. Or excuse me, that's Barnes back there. Hazard in 3rd in that line. But you see that pack in front of them. They are coming. 190 down through there. And then let's check in front. Here's Joey Chapman. See, he's running 181 coming off the corner. You saw 184, 185 off turn 2 for the pack behind him.
Half a second back now.
Now they're starting to make some moves back here. You got Austin Spencer on the outside, getting pushed by Dallas Freya. You got Joseph Weaver in the 6. They're trying to get that outside lane going. Of course, they're going to start getting double file. That backpack is going to be right there. There they are. It's a second now. They can sniff that draft off that 01 now.
Oh, 72 went up to the high line to block that
Block
run.
Spencer,
That's
yes.
Interesting.
That'll upset you.
And they weren't pushing earlier. It looks like the back force that we're going to push now with that pack catching behind us, have them join up with us and push for the lead.
Oh boy, Spencer lays the bumper to that Red Bull machine. Quick Trip 72, the earlier leader. He's a lap down right now, or right on the tail end of the lead lap. Spencer takes the lead on the outside. He's going to try and go on the high side. Oh, contact!
Save it. Ooh.
4 wide, and here comes Rush up the middle. Look at this. He gives a shot to the back of Mir.
That 72 car is in a wrecked field here. I'm not sure what he's doing right now.
I mean, that 27 just came back down, you know.
Now we have a mess behind him. Look at this.
Even if the 72 goes a lap down, he's just got to stay ahead of the 01. I mean, there's no need to be blocking the leaders like that at this point.
And the 01 got shuffled way back in this field. He's at the back of this pack.
I mean, some people, that instinct hits, like, I'd rather be 1 lap down than 2 laps down in case the big one happens, get that lucky dog. Especially as we near the halfway point of the race.
30 laps to go. Caution free so far.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. Surprised we haven't had the big one yet, but we almost had it here just a couple laps ago. Here comes Hazard on the outside.
Yeah, blocking the high side again.
He's trying to cover both lanes, yeah.
Man, it's driving like he's on the lead lap.
Knowing Hazard, he's not going to put up with that. Here he comes to the back bumper of Mir. Weaver there.
Mir took a glance low as well earlier. Yeah.
We missed a golden opportunity to say, Matt, look in your mirror.
Ah, dang.
We missed that entire time.
I think this is clear mirror driving happening right now.
He is using his mirror. You're probably right. Yeah. Good point.
Personally, I prefer Matthew stay oof the wall.
Oh gosh. Hazard edges back out for him. Remember, he is the leader. The 72 is on the tail of the lead lap. Just a reminder there. As Rush tries to get that inside line going. 27 on the bottom. Ingram's came back up here as well. The Budweiser 8 on the outside. Predominantly red with white on the hood. Good looking ride there. He snuck back into the top 5.
That bottom line has numbers. They should group together a bit more.
And again, you wonder if some of these guys are still trying to use, even though he was mirror blocking like crazy, you're wondering if they're still trying to use mirror as a blocker for the win to save some more fuel.
I don't think that 92 car needs to. He was in that last group to pit. He should be more than good to the end.
It's been 10 laps for him. That extra 3 laps.
Lap 47, 46. So they should be
numbers.
Good. Numbers.
Weaver makes a move. Gets by Hazard. Hazard dropping back.
Looks like Hazard is slightly frustrated with mirror blocking. Fall back up somebody else to a 30 minutes.
He's going to fall back in line on the inside here.
Or, probably also anticipating somebody else getting frustrated with his blocking and taking him out as well. And you can get away scot-free.
Yeah, but if that's the case, you want to be the car right behind him and get through it. You don't want to be in the middle of the pack. Not sure what Davy's doing right now.
Well, they've kind of spread back out again. They're probably going to go single file again here in a moment. And we're kind of looking for that bottom again. There's Ingram diving down. DJ Harris, the only one on the outside there right now.
I don't think this will stay a single file for too long. We've got that 31 car of Noah Joyce back in 16th, and we know he's not happy being that far back. He'll jump out on the outside line here soon.
Oh, he's way back there. He is. He's in a pack of his own with Ruiz.
Well, you can still jump on the outside of Ruiz.
True.
Weaver right now doing 140, 184.
Like Weaver may be trying to fall back to the bumper of Rush and maybe try and get a run on Mir here through the tri-oval, maybe. Pretty good gap there.
Yeah, a lot of these cars in the back of the pack are not running full throttle. They're running like 178s, 181s. But right now it's a fuel mileage game. I guess, not pushing as much.
Well, folks, we have another special surprise for you. We were waiting until the right time to do this, but since it's kind of calmed down now. For those of you with surround sound or got headphones on, here's your chance to over-rev it. Garrett Sidnor, Austin Spencer pull away from the field a little bit as they push Matt Muir out well ahead of the field. Weaver, Rush, Chapman, Barnes, they're trying to give chase. And not Elliott or Briscoe. Just giving chase. But Chase Austin, there's a name we haven't heard for a while. And there's reasons. Wait, who was the chase that wrecked Kyle Busch at Bristol? Was that Austin or Miller? Maybe somebody knows.
Sure.
You don't know that? Yeah. Busch was leading, and this guy was like 5 or something laps down, and he ended up hitting the wall off 4 and plowing into him. I don't remember either.
Sounds like something Quinn Hoff would do.
Probably has done.
Quinn Hoff, Austin Hill.
Quinn Hoff has come. Chase Austin. Thank you, Amy. Knew somebody would be looking that up.
Too many chases. That's fun. No, we got rid of one. Get rid of the rest of them now. Here's a look at that pass for the lead. Sidnor passing Weaver. That's why we're over-revving it. See Mir way out front here, and that gives these two almost a 2-car tandem around the outside, which is incredible because that inside line was so hooked up. Yeah, these cars are back at full throttle right now.
They catch up to Mir and just falling right behind him. $20 laps to go at Talladega. Sidnor, Spencer, Weaver, Rush, Chapman, your top 5.
Mir out there in front of the cars. There's not a leader. Really, that's a driver that's hoping for a caution.
He's praying for one now. I'm praying it's not him. He's came close a few times to being it.
Our honorary pit reporter tonight, Amy, is reporting that at least a few of our drivers are good on fuel and just waiting for go time. But she's also hearing the lead pack is so slow, the 31 of Joyce and the 24 of Ruiz are catching. I told you guys, that 31 is going to go to the high line. Just give it some time.
Yeah, they were fuel saving for about 3-4 laps.
There he is.
For a while.
So you wonder, of this pack, who's good? Let's take another look at the pit stops. This updates the top 10. I don't know. They could make it. Barnes, Ingram, and Freya trying to get an outside lane going back around 6th, 7th spot there. I wish there was a way that I could have that Ride the Dente ringtone type thing happen whenever we hop on board with Cam like this.
Oh,
Ride the
I'm sure
Dente! I'll figure it out later.
Set up a macro, you know?
Yeah, gotta figure out the macro. There's a look at Cam at work inside that machine. Telemetry out of the 7, 4th place. Outside line getting a big push now. Barnes trying to split the middle. Look at this. Oh, there's not enough room.
There we go. Saves it. Do they save it?
Are they going to hang on to it to the tribal grass? They do. Oh, boy, but he bounced hard to the grass.
It's fine. He's just riding the Dente.
Oh, boy.
These are probably frustrated now. Thought that would have been the yellow.
What a ride through the grass for both these guys, and an amazing job of not coming back across the track. That definitely split the front pack up here big time.
We got a couple guys went down the pit again recently, with Ruiz and Joyce. You know, Cinder was in that pack with Davey Hazard, they pit at the same time, I think about 22 laps ago.
Again, I think they're still using Mir as a pick there, trying to save as much fuel as they can. Another look at the pit stops.
Yeah, I think Cinder is probably the driver that, you know, is the finest right now. Like, you know, hit like with that last pack.
Yeah, I think that 16 car is in the catbird seat. He should be able to make it on the end, no problem. And I think that's why you saw him in that 13 car of Austin Spencer make that power move to the outside to take the lead.
I don't know why you don't want us to catch the pack. Like,
15 to go.
this is like an advanced troll that I'm just not gonna get
Cinder and Spencer, 2 cars that did not actually qualify that well, you know, up 8 and 11 spots respectively.
Brother in Christ, I am the only
Here's some radio transmissions from the pack behind this group. A little frustrated back there. There's this pack.
You don't blame them. They're like 4 seconds back right now with Tom Bourne leading the way.
Yeah, I think that 01 of Matthew Rodriguez is just begging the 50 car of not Garrett Sidnor to push him harder.
Well, there it is. You rang? Let's take a look at this real quick. This is this pack back here versus the leader. They are about 0.2 of a second faster.
Looks like Chapman and Weaver have fallen off a bit. They're about a couple of second or 0.2 behind the rest of the pack in front of them.
There they are. They are closing that gap back, though. Sniffing a draft off of Luke Smith in the Aldi machine.
Yeah, them falling off has really helped that second pack. Second pack about 3.5 back, closing in.
Looked like Sidnor thought about making a move on that lap car. They're going to have to start figuring out something. We're coming down to crunch time here. Coming to 12 laps to go.
Yeah, Spencer with hard with Ingram behind him, dummy back inside. Slow that those cars behind him down a bit. If that second of that pack that's being led by Ingram can somehow get side by side and get the second line going on the high side.
I think we need a good old-fashioned Alan Bestwick fun flag right now.
I'm not responsible for that.
If I just pull a phantom yellow, oops, debris on the track. Sorry.
I don't have those kind of admin privileges. They didn't give that to me.
Oh, there's a groundhog on the track.
Oh,
Digger!
no, not Digger!
Hit him! Please! Can I just say that was the dumbest thing that Fox has done, and they've done some really stupid things?
And that's why, coming next time on Fast 29.
Jamie Zalecki from the pits.
Yeah.
He's going to run the camera, and he's going to be Digger. He's going to run that camera. We're gonna dig a hole.
James Lesky, in-race supporter.
Just lay real still. You'll be fine.
Sure, okay.
Out of context, that's going to be a great meme.
Just lay real still.
Yeah, just
Chris Pickett, 2026.
Just lay there and take it.
I mean, we are in Alabama, you know. You know
Oh.
Point taken. Ingram again's trying to. Yeah, Ingram again trying to see if maybe he can get a run on that pack in front of him. He's kind of backing off a little bit here.
Ingram trying to save a bit of fuel as well.
I don't know if you want to back that far off to try and save fuel, though. I think he's trying to get himself a run, and he is closing the gap back up. I think they're trying to get a run to the outside of these guys. They've got a good push down the backstretch here.
Second pack is taking a second off of them. Now 2.6 behind them.
I think Spencer's trying to anticipate when Ingram's going to go. He might try and jump up there with him. They're closing the gap. Which way do you go?
Get a run, get the high side.
We are inside 10 to go. So, Chris, Dale, I gotta ask, where's the start-finish line? Where's this race gonna end? Where do these drivers want to make their final move?
Over there.
Yeah. Exit, entrance, and I'll say entrance of 4. Well, exit of 4, entrance of 3, around that area.
It honestly depends on which position you're in and which friends you got around you. Do you have friends around you?
It's not just that, is also if you make that move, and of course, Matt Muir, trying to defend that lap down spot, praying for caution, puts a bad block that causes the wreck that gives him the caution he wants.
Hey, remember the pack that was mad at each other just a little bit ago? There they are.
Get back.
They're right there.
Yeah, he pushed him harder.
This is going to be... They're there. The pack is back together. Now the question is, with 8 to go, who's got the fuel?
I mean, that car in first place, shouldn't have a problem with fuel at the moment. He is content also to save behind a lap down car as a
Outside line getting going here. Now remember the 01, he's also a lap down. Oh boy. Gotta hold that line. Hazard's gonna bail out on him.
One trapped in the middle.
That's turned into the outside lane now. That was actually a good move there for him. Murata climbing in behind Hazard here. 7 laps to go, Talladega. Caution free. But I have a feeling it's going to ramp up big time as the entire pack is back here together. Little contact between Freya and Rush as they try and get an outside lane going. Luke Smith with them, and here comes Spencer trying to get something going behind Sidnor up front.
What's happening?
Watch that yellow line, Darren Ingram.
That is about to get shuffled. Off that corner a bit.
That outside line just cannot get synced up like they want to there. Freya, Rush, Smith, and Barnes out there.
You got a blinker right there on the inside as well. Not helping situation either.
Chapman, and that bunched that bottom lane up, and here comes the outside lane. Big push down the backstretch. Sidnor jumps to the outside. He's going to try and take the... he cannot get past Mirror. Drops back in line behind Spencer. And here comes Darren Ingram on the outside.
I'm actually concerned. Has anybody told Mirror that he's actually a lap down?
He's got to know. He's 19th. I mean, he's got his relatives up. He's got to see that. Sidnor, Spencer trying to stay in line behind Mirror. Ingram and Freya side by side behind him. Smith, Rush, Barnes, they're all right here hunting. Spencer trying to look to the outside. Drops back in line. 5 laps to go at Dega as they go under the yellow line a little bit on the backstretch. Desperation move starting to set in a little bit here.
Everybody got a bit slowly there behind Chapman.
Hearing from our honorary pit reporter that Matt Muir is fully aware that he is not the
Oh,
leader.
that wasn't a question. I chose not to acknowledge that chat because I was pretty sure that we were right on that one. Sidnor, Spencer, Freya, 4 to go.
I got battling for the love of the game right now.
Freya to the outside. He's got Ingram. He's got a fender alongside Spencer off of 2. No. Now he's got Freya had to back out. He's going to end up in the middle. Ingram's on the inside. Under the yellow line. Didn't advance his position, though. And we have a wad going into 3. Chapman slides up next to Rush and blinks. Go figure.
Take a look at that second car on the outside lane. That's the 7 of Cam Barnes.
Look at Barnes back up here after joyriding through the infield. What was that, 10, 15 laps ago? He's back.
Kevin, he's got the fastest lap of the race so far.
He did get a big run back there. Oh, contact and around goes Smith.
Caution.
Ooh, hard hit. Hard hit.
Hazard, Murata. That could have been a lot bigger, but we're under our first caution of the night here at Talladega, coming late. Mikey Murata involved. Luke Smith's kind of where it started. There he is. Mikey back
Well,
there.
there's good news for our leaders out of this, and that is the 72 of Matt Muir will now be relegated to the back of the pack and not blocking for the win.
So he'll be the lead lap. He'll be on the lead lap by virtue of being out front, and that should hand the lucky dog over to Matthew Rodriguez, who's been a lap down all race long. All right, let's regroup and see what happened here, guys. Down into turn 1. Oh, Freya kind of clips the back of Smith a little bit there.
Just not lined up straight, you know. A little contact gets loose.
So we get a better angle. It looks like Smith might have been trying to come down a little bit there. Oh, well, you were right. Hard contact there between Murata and Smith, and Hazard just an innocent victim there in the 92. Here's slow-mo. We saw it originally. There's the contact there. Freya was kind of coming up as Smith was coming down there. These cars will aim at each other a lot there. More Murata just kind of pile drove in there a little bit.
And nowhere to go, just
So we get on board here with Mikey. There's the contact. Oh, you don't want to see those cars that way. Oh, and then that's where Hazard got him in the left rear. Ooh, that was close. A lot of cars did a great job of avoiding that one.
Enjoy Spencer pit lane is full right now.
There's Rodriguez. Gets it woed down, gets it woed down. Okay, I'm good. Oh, made it. Whew. All right.
I think the 7 of Cam Barnes may have stayed out.
Cam Barnes stayed out. You know, Rodriguez stayed out. Richard Collette also a couple laps down and stayed out as well.
Well, we got a whole different ball game now here, boys.
See the 7 car riding the apron, also riding the Dente. He's definitely low on fuel. I love the strategy call.
The 32 of Ricky Coletti there, he is a lap down, so he wasn't able to stay in front of the pack, it looks like, before, once they had their incident between himself and Barnes.
Oh, he's got to be mad about that. First, he gets.
Well, he got a black
involved in the
flag
wreck
for
with
going
the
under the.
7.
He got a black flag for coming through the pit lane, so I'm surprised they didn't clear that.
Oh, that was during the earlier incident. I think it was cleared.
I'm still showing him a lap down, so I don't know if he had to serve that and they'll give it back to him maybe now. But it looks like he maybe coming to the outside. We'll see if maybe they give him. Maybe give him a little mercy thing there. Because
Going over the admin report, yeah, it says black flag was cleared.
I'm not for sure why he's still showing a lap down on my end then. So I click on him. I think it's because Cam stayed out. I think is kind of messing this up, I think, at the moment. So we'll see where it shakes out here. You see the damage on the right side of Cam Barnes' machine from where they made contact. That's the lucky dog is, as we've discussed, Matthew Rodriguez in the 01. So we'll see when they come by the line here if scoring changes over to get that 32 back on the lead lap. Because that would be terrible if you got, what is it? I figure out how many laps there are to go here. 3 to go. Oh, we're coming up to a green, white, checkered, and then you end up having to run the rest of the race a lap down with on a green, white, checkered, and you're the only one a lap down. That would be terrible. He is coming in the pits, so I wonder if that's part of this. We'll see. He's showing a lap down to everybody that's passing him now, so we'll see if what the admins decide to do for him.
The 95 has received an EOL penalty for causing that last incident. So our Daytona winner is going to fall back.
But the way we've seen this tonight, you're not too far back to get back out front. You saw Cam Barnes come flying back up through there after off-roading through the infield grass before the start-finish line, Jamie. It's not in the middle of the tri-oval there where they went through the grass.
Oh, I'm glad you reminded me, Chris, because that was going to be my question coming to the green-white checkered
I
here.
know.
Because I can't remember all these things. There's so many.
I'm here for
We
you.
got you.
I am here for you. 16 lead changes here tonight. And again, we're under our first caution of the night. Cam Barnes is your leader.
You know who else's caution helps out?
Who does this help out?
Indoor.
31 car, Noah Joyce. Where's he lining up? Outside line.
There he is.
An unlucky 13.
He's at 12th. Outside of row 6.
Yep.
Oh boy, you're right. He's where he wants to be. Highline Noah. Yeah, Cam has only pitted once as well, by the way, guys. So, I have to see how much fuel he's got left. Let's take a look at this. 39 laps since his last pit stop.
I imagine he's good for this go, and if there's another, he's hosed.
And we'll check on the repairs and the drivers that were involved in that wreck as well.
Oh, pace car is out.
Here we go. Barnes and Sidnor lead him to the tri-oval.
Ready, green, green, green.
Green-white checkered attempt number 1.
Mariota hoping these drivers are dumb. On these last few laps, get his lap back. And move up some position as well.
Ingram right on the back of Barnes. Sidnor comes to the outside. Here comes Harris. Trying to make a run at it. Somebody just blinked out.
That's Cam.
Hey, it's too late for that now. You're keeping your foot in it, whether the car's there or not.
Don't want to be side by side right now with these leaders up there single file. Now Sidnor, he's got help with Rush on the outside. Coming to the white flag. Leaders take the white flag. They'll race back if anything happens. Barnes drops down in front of Ingram. Sidnor gets the edge on the outside. Almost went a little too high. He's got Rush there.
Quick splash some tires.
Oh,
in the back
contact!
of the field.
Oh, we're trying to wreck.
We haven't wrecked yet. Oh, there they go.
No.
There we are.
Fixes, comes back on track and puts him in the wall.
Crash in turn 3. They'll race back. Rush all over Sidnor off turn 4. Rush to the outside of Sidnor.
Yeah, doesn't
Into
have
the
it.
tri-oval. He doesn't have any
Into-
help. Barnes trying to push him to the line. It's going to be Sidnor by a nose.
Sidnor wins.
What a finish at Talladega.
Orange just a little bit too late on that push to help Rush.
Garrett Sidnor, your winner of the Talladega 210. 0.02 of a second over Tyler Rush.
Those almost 18, 19 spots up from where he qualified to where he finished.
That's what I saw too.
Amazing drivers.
That's
Amazing
that be like Biff magic.
Yep.
Look at this. This is the top 5. Ingram lost 3 spots to finish 5th. Everybody else jumped up at least 7 spots in the top 5. There's the unofficial results from this one tonight. We'll take a look further into that here momentarily. We're going to take a look back and see what happened there on that finish. See if we can determine what happened on the backstretch. Oh, already in progress here on board with Chapman. Yep, we'll get rid of that. We'll come back to that, but not now. Our producer jumping the gun just slightly. Go figure,
Come
right?
on, Dylan.
I know, right? All right, let's take a look and see if we can find what happens here down the backstretch. There's Weaver getting turned. We have to back it up just a little bit further there. Mir gets caught up in it. Dallas Freya, the 95. Weaver, Smith. Back that up just a smidge more here. Oh, we're on the wrong car. That's not going to help us.
You're at the wrong track.
Wrong car, wrong track, all kinds of stuff here. Let's drop back to here. Let's see if we get this. Well, darn it, we're on the wrong car again. There's the turn. We're just going to hop on board with Joseph Weaver here in just a second, see if we can find him that way.
Yeah, we'll get Dylan some more training before the next broadcast.
Truth. There we go. Looks like he kind of got... They were jostling all over the place back there. So we'll drop back here. There we go. You can see contact. Joyce might have got him just a little bit. He goes underneath the yellow line, tries to come back. Oh, contact on the outside from Chapman.
I just pulls him up.
Did Mir get in the back of Chapman to start that?
All I saw was, that mellow yellow car, that 6, just dart from the bottom all the way up the track. I wasn't sure who behind him initiated that whole...
Let's see if we can see...
Effect.
This is on board with Weaver, but we're going to try and jump. You see everybody's jostling everywhere for position here. You see almost Rex there. We're going to see if we can hop on board with Mir. There's Mir. Right, yep, right there. Yeah. There's the contact. And around they go. Not the way we wanted that one to end.
Looks like they also both try to catch it and save it, keep it on track, not knowing there was another car on the inside when that contact happened.
And then coming to the line. There's the battle for the win as you saw it. Coming through the tri-oval where the start-finish line is not there, and coming to the line. Rush had a good push right here, but just wasn't enough.
A little bit too late on that push from Cam.
And Garrett Sidnor definitely owes the 13 of Austin Spencer some Eggo waffles. Spencer could have pushed the 27 to victory, or even made his own move and tried to take it 3 wide for the lead, and instead he stayed right behind that beautiful 16 machine and pushed him to the checkered flag.
That's very true. Sidnor sitting at the start-finish line here. We're going to get our podium finishers in here to talk about their runs. Do we have them gathered yet? I can't see it. I was actually asking, honestly.
Cam entered the
Cam's in there.
Room, so has Tyler Rush.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and pull in our third-place finisher then. So we got Cam Barnes. You got a copy there, bud?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, you made it exciting there at one point, doing a little off-roading, riding the Dente through the tri-oval grass there, and somehow came back to finish third. Tell us about your run tonight, buddy.
Car was all right. This new model is interesting, to say the least. Kind of upset still. I know had some words with the 13 and 32 now is all upset about it, but whatever. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt like I was in a much better spot till that happened. And, felt like the only way I could have won is staying out. So, that's what I did. But, yeah, not too pleased about, one of the guys out there, for sure. So I know he said he's upset here. He's saying he bumped the car in front of him, but there's instances they backed my case up here, and multiple people could back me up on it, where there's just a lack of control there, and a lot of people are going to come at me for that, but I don't care at this point.
And that was a reference to the incident on the front stretch where they went through the drats there.
Yeah, I mean, look, the I was there. I felt like I made a good move with the lap car, and then now we're wrecking for, you know. I get it. He's making a push, whatever, but I don't know.
Yep. Just typical Talladega, unfortunately. What was the frustrating part about the package tonight, Cam? I know we heard a little bit on the radios earlier, especially during practice, about how there just was not a way really to push up onto the guy in front of you too much. Was that kind of what you were talking about there? Just the way the package was?
It's very hard to catch the guy in front of you, especially when you're in the back there. Then we, of course, were close on fuel the whole night, so I'm not too pleased about all that. I don't like fuel saving, and yeah, I don't know.
One of those nights, unfortunately.
Yeah. It just is ridiculous.
Well, if it makes you feel,
I like the race.
I get it. Yeah. I will tell you this though. I know this won't help you any, but you were the only driver that made it on one pit stop. So I don't know. That's not condolencing, but at least you had that's kind of cool. So
I mean, as soon as I got put, I had enough fuel to make it when I was making moves, and yeah. So I literally ran out of fuel pulling into my pit box. So yeah, we played it right. I think everybody in our group had the right strategy, and just I don't know. There's not much more I could say without attacking somebody, and I'm not going to do that. So
I understand.
I understand. It's frustrating, and I'll get over it, but I want to win one of these things, damn it, because fucking means a lot. But cool for Garrett, good for him, good for Tyler, and all our group. Sad that Luke got caught up in that crash. I don't even know what happened, but yeah, it was fun to bring the Dente Agente out. So that was fun. So
it's a good looking ride. It looks really good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Sorry for not being happy-go-lucky, but this racing, I can't stand it.
I understand.
I can't stand it.
It's frustrating out there. That's why I'm up here. So I understand. So, but obviously you got Chili's on the car. You got some more sponsors on there too. Floor's yours for a moment on your sponsorship.
Just, I mean, all the guys that were hanging out with us: Dallas, Luke, John, yeah, and Tyler. So it's good to push him. I was hoping maybe some calamity might happen in front of me there to sneak the win, but I decided to be the nice guy and not block the guy on low fuel at the end, and just took the bottom lane. That was a mistake. The middle groove was way too good. So, but yeah, big thanks to all those guys. And I mean, I'm giving him a hard time for the incident, but it's at this point we gotta expect better out of people. So,
unfortunately,
myself included.
Yeah,
myself included.
Sure.
So.
Well, I know it's not the end result you wanted, but you did come home with a P3. Well, congratulations on that, and we'll see how the rest of the season goes for you. Got 2 more races after this one, and we'll see where you end up at the end.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, Cam Barnes. No problem. Cam Barnes, driver number 7, brings it home third here tonight. All right, we'll see if we've got our second place finisher, Tyler Rush. See if we've got him available yet. Tyler Rush, driver number 27. You got a copy, bud?
That I do.
Well, you came out of nowhere there toward the end and bounced your way into second place. Tell us about your run tonight.
Well, we started out near the back and just kind of methodically saved fuel because I knew it was going to be tight. And once we got through the first round of pit stops, I knew we actually had a shot at it. And we just kind of stayed around the top 5, tried to make sure we could be there at the end, got shuffled back, avoided the wreck. And after that last pit stop, we were coming out of the pits in 4th, and that was our shot. Congrats to Garrett getting his win tonight. I know we were really close over there at the Turtle Shell shop. It was nice to see the other car. We always get the 95 in victory lane, but it's nice to see the 27 up here for the first time. We built some fast supers for tonight. I was really hopeful. Dallas and I came out of the pits together there that we were gonna be able to work together, and it just didn't work out that way. But we'll take second place tonight.
How frustrating was the package tonight? I know you said you had to fuel save quite a bit. Obviously, there was points where you guys are doing 2 and 3 wide. There was points where they were single file. How frustrating is that, given the package that's out there that kind of forces your hand in doing that?
The fuel save it can be frustrating. I mean, sometimes I enjoy it a little bit. Like it's a little bit of a strategy kind of game we're playing. It's not the best product. I mean, I'd rather be flat out making crazy moves and going for everything and going for broke. But at the same time, I usually tend to drift more toward the fuel saving in the longer races anyway to try to get that edge. Um, and it's not the most fun. The package, though, I mean, the cars they side draft crazy right now. I was getting pulled out of like in 16th place by people I don't even think were understanding what they were doing when they were just pulled up next to me and the car would just wall of air stop and I'd be losing the pack.
Yeah.
This is insane. But it meant on the other side I could make runs happen by side drafting people and breaking up lanes because I was able to move a little bit by myself there and make that run happen to get Garrett out to the lead.
Yeah, we kind of noticed there was a lot of that happening, and it was fun to watch from our perspective, especially when you guys got 2 and 3 wide. But I think that's kind of where the wrecks kind of developed there at the end because there was just so much air. You're 3 and 4 wide trying to make moves down the back straightaway, and they just kind of ran into each other, and it kind of happened there. So.
Yeah, handling definitely played a key role. As the tires started to wear, it seems like as you got side drafted, the car would almost get sucked up towards the outside car, and it would get really tight. I had a couple occasions where I was turning normally, and all of a sudden the car just stopped turning because I had somebody on the right rear quarter panel, and it was just going up this wall. I was like, oh, okay. So it was and then it would snap back. You put more wheel into it, and all of a sudden the car's going to snap, and then you're loose off in the middle of a pack, which is terrifying, but that's what makes those opportunities to pass in a good handling race car.
Yep. Tire wear, my beloved. I heard that. That's amazing. At Talladega, of all places.
But I took rights only on that middle pit stop just to make sure. I didn't want to be longer in the box than I had to be, and the lefts at the end of the race were down in the 70s.
Wow.
So they were cooking, and the rights when I came into top off were like 93, 94. So in that short 20, 30 laps there, it definitely cooked those tires.
Once again, tire wear, my beloved, at Talladega. Old school.
Exactly.
Love it.
I think the Xfinity package is in a good spot. It's definitely better than what the Cup package has been. So this was an enjoyable change of pace to not drive the next gen car.
Well, we are 50% on who likes the package and who doesn't like the package in the interviews tonight. So I guess Garrett will have to break up the tie here in a minute. So we'll see what he says. But congratulations on the second tonight, Tyler. You got some great sponsorships and teams on backing you on that 27. Floor is yours for your shout outs, bud.
Oh, dude, we've got the Bauhaus Toyota Supra brought to you by, we got Blue Collar Stogies. It's a friend of mine's cigar shop or a cigar reviewing thing. He does review podcasts of cigars in his garage. Take a listen on Instagram. And then obviously we got the Turtle Shell Boys, the Turtle Shell Paints, and the absolute unfair advantage we bring to the track. So I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for having me up here.
Absolutely. Tyler Rush, your driver, the number 27, brings it home second tonight. Good luck with the next 2 races in the championship, and we'll see where you land. All right. And our winner down in Victory Lane at Talladega, Garrett Sidnor. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
You're kind of making this into a little bit of a trend. Of course, it was, 5-6 years ago that you had a photo finish on Fast 29 in almost the same scheme. But congratulations on the win tonight. Tell us about that run, bud.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that race played, to where my cards were dealt when we lined up on the grid in 20th. I mean, I knew from the drop that we were going to be close, across the board on fuel if it ran green, but you just never know with these deals. I'm like, I have it in the back of my mind, but we're going to wreck at some point. And then we made it clean through green flag stops, and me and Dave are the last 2 to pit. I was like, okay, maybe we got a shot at it just because we have 3 laps of gas in the tank. And everybody, and we were a little bit behind because it took 4 tires and filled the tank up, and so a little bit back coming off pit road for the green flag stop. But gosh, the catch up in these cars is a little bit ridiculous when you're grouped up, and I knew that the front group was still saving a little bit, so we made up some headway. And I was telling the teammate on the radio, it's like they're checking up. Should we just go up and take the lead and control this race? And we were like, absolutely. So we went up there. And then I looked at my scoring pile and I saw Matt Muir was not on the lead lap, so we used him as kind of the lead car to burn more fuel, and just did a heck of a job of controlling that race for that little bit there. And things got hectic a few times. With our first caution of the race had to come with only a couple laps to go, and I was like, I was 3 laps to good, but I didn't want to risk being the only guy not pitting and then run out on the second green white checkered. So, yeah, took gas and first off pit road and made the most of it on that last 2 laps.
Well, we missed a little bit of what you were saying because we had a little, somebody pushed a button that sent us to the credits by accident, so I apologize for that.
Oh, no.
But it was only about 30 seconds of what you said, so it wasn't too bad. But not even that.
Yeah, because I think I was talking for like 2 minutes there.
Yeah, no, you're fine. It wasn't a cutoff, so if you go back and watch this, I wasn't meaning to cut you off, so sorry about that. But, we've asked Cam, we asked Tyler. There was a lot of frustration throughout the field as far as how the package was working, as far as being able to suck up on the guy in front of you. Obviously, the fuel mileage situation, which is always a argument even in real life with this. What was your opinion about the package? There was a lot of side drafting going on, not being able to really pull up on the guy in front of you. You had to almost use the side of the car to get runs.
Right, and I mean, like, gosh, I mean, this package, I think, is some of the heaviest side draft that I've seen. And even with the side draft, it didn't feel like you could pull away from somebody. Like, you could pull the side draft off and then, like, drag the lane back, but you weren't going to, like, gap them, per se. But the outside lane, a lot more juice in it tonight, I feel.
Yes.
And the stacking up on the bottom wasn't drastic, but I feel like the top definitely had more to it. Whereas, you know, with this car in the past, you really had to have an organization up top to make things work. But there were a couple times a night where you had only 2 or 3 cars go up there and make it work. And maybe that was a case of, you know, the bottom was saving gas or trying to just take it easy. Who knows? But I felt like you could definitely, I definitely could see the frustrations across the field. The one side draft of the night that I pulled off worked. So if I didn't pull that move off of Darren off of 4 and side draft him, I didn't think I'd have a shot. Even with pulling side by side with him and not gaining, but I still kept him there, I think was the big thing. But yeah, I mean, I definitely understand it. We were single file for a lot of the race, and it was hard to, you know, stay with the car in front of you. You had to be in it for quite a bit, and that made fuel saving a little bit interesting because you couldn't lay off.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, you got some great partnerships on that Greg Biffle machine. Beautiful ride. Love that machine. Go ahead with your shout outs, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think this is my first win with the 16 machine since the fast, you know, old NR Fast 29
Old
days.
one, yes.
Like you said earlier, just got a knack for running these throwback schemes on the 16 machine. But yeah, really proud of this National Guard machine tonight. Obviously, we've had Granger and 3M on the car as well throughout the course of this short little season we have. And shout out to the admins for putting this on because I love the B car. So sad to see it go on the Cup side, but glad we got to bring it back and glad I got to win tonight. Got to thank Austin Spencer. He did a heck of a job, you know.
There it is, Jamie.
Teammate there at the
there
end.
it is. Yep.
Yep, there it is.
Jamie said you owed him some egos. So
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get himself a box and you know, and then some you know, in the near future. But yeah, I mean, he had the opportunity at the end of the race to make his own decision, and he stuck with me there to the end and put a TWB forward in victory lane for the second time this season. So that's a really, really cool deal. It's first win with that team on the, you know, I know we got one in the dash, you know, the street stock deal, but I feel like this one is a little bit different. Being on a bigger track and all, and just it's always hard to win these drafting tracks. You know, you just never know. You just gotta be right place, right time, and know who your friends are at the end.
that almost sounds like what I said earlier, Jamie, didn't it? Jamie Dale. That's kind of what I said. Where's your friends?
Also teammates. Yeah, and also to the teammates, the team owners they weren't here tonight, but they put a lot of effort in this team in this car. Tommy and Steven and Hen wasn't here tonight. Sad that she missed it, but yeah. Thank you for all the people that watch, and thank you for experiencing whatever this race was tonight. So,
well, let the party begin for Garrett Sidnor down in Victory Lane. He brings home the checkered flag at the Talladega 210. Congratulations, buddy, and we'll catch you next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, Garrett Sidnor, driver number 16, is your winner here at Talladega tonight. All right, gentlemen, final thoughts from Dale. What'd you think, bud?
You know, good racing. You know, was kind of disappointed a bit with some of the fuel savings tactics at some point in the race because it just came on a train, a single file fast. But the last half of the race, you know, constant battles back and forth, guys switching up their strategies, you know, especially that late pit really shook everything up. Of course, Cam, wonderful job, fuel saving, only one pit. Same would go for, that fuel strategy, with Garrett and those guys, going for as late as they did with their first pit, and having enough fuel and not really having to save like everybody else on their second stop near the end of this race. But yeah, wonderful strategies from those guys. But it was surprisingly clean racing for a lot of the race until that last lap with one to two yellow flags. But all in all, good race.
Jamie, your final thoughts?
Yeah, guys, I thought we were at Talladega, but with what we heard here in the booth and what we're hearing on the pit lane, sounds like we're at a Wendy's with all the beef.
Yeah, there are a few things being talked about. We're just going to kind of stay out of that. But yeah, there's definitely some beef happening. Yeah, Arby's is talking about having the meats on pit lane down there. So, yes.
Yeah, that was certainly one of the races of all time. You can cast my vote firmly in the "this is not a very good package" camp. But, I mean, end of the day, super speedway race. It was surprisingly clean for Talladega up there until the end, but I don't know. I kind of wish we would have had a fun flag there in the middle just after the green flag pit stops to bring the field back together. It just got a little too spread out for my taste for a plate race, but I mean, overall, good driving. I mean, when's the last time you saw Talladega go almost caution-free to the end? I mean, never for me, so.
With the advent of stage racing in real life, it's been since 2002, so it's been a while to almost seeing that, so very interesting. But, of course, the USORL, they never fail to not disappoint us and cause something toward the end, so it worked out good. So we'll go ahead and take a look real quick. We'll see if the standings have been updated yet, and yes, they have actually. So let me adjust this real fast. I wasn't sure if they would get it done before we went off the air, so I'm going to do something on the fly that you guys are going to love. This is no longer after Dover. This is now after the race that you just saw. There we go. So Garrett Sidnor jumps up to 4th with his win. Tom Bourne maintains the lead. He actually extends that lead by about 2 points over Matt Muir. Dallas Freya sits in 3rd. Garrett, like I said, jumps up to 4th. Bronson Stafford sits in the 5th position. Tie for 6th with Barnes and Joyce. Matthew Rodriguez, Darren Ingram, and Ricky Collette round out the top 10. And then you see down through the rest of the list there, down through the 20th position. 2 races left in the Grand National Lights Series, and you'll see them from my perspective over the course of the next 2 weeks, and we'll take a look at those upcoming broadcasts. Ignore the Lucky Dog thing that just randomly popped up there, because we knew he had that. I don't know why that popped up at all. So let me see if I can get rid of that. There, well, I guess we're just going to see all of them now after I did that. But anyway, Lime Rock Park, next Tuesday night, point of view broadcast for the Tuesday Night Thunder Street Stocks Division. Wilkesboro next Thursday night for the Light Series, and then the finales for both series, the Stocks at USA and the Lights at Charlotte. And then 2-week break, and then us 3 are back in the booth, and we're going to get you going with the Truck Series starting April the 28th from Daytona. Looking forward to that one, and you see the rest of the lineup there as we go into the summer months. So from all of us here at Fast 29, for Jamie Zalecki, Dale Barham, I'm Chris Pickett, signing off today on Fast 29. Great win for Garrett Sidnor here at Talladega. We will see you next Tuesday night.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.